Hi, hope you're having an amazing day. As you saw from the title of this video, we're going to be playing with some new makeup. Makeup from both of my massive drugstore hauls that just occurred. So I'm going to be using Amuse makeup along with some new makeup from various places. But the star of the show is going to be a Burlington find, which is the C Color Prestige palette, which is a dupe for the Modern Renaissance. So if you want to see how I got this look, what products I use, and my thoughts on them, just keep on watching. Before that, don't forget, if you like drugstore makeup, go ahead and stick around, subscribe, maybe hit the bell so you're notified whenever I upload. And if you could like the video if you like it, and the video's gonna start right now. First, I'm going to go ahead and outline my brows using my LA Colors Browie Wowie, and then we're going to use a new product, which is the Santee Eyebrow Powder Stamp. Now, it comes with the powder on the bottom and two stamps. We're not going to use the stamps today because I do have to go somewhere and I don't want to mess them up, but I am going to be using the powder on the inside. Let me know if you ever use the stamp sides. Like, I've never tried those, but I have a feeling that they're not going to work just because not everybody's brow shape is the same. So I kind of don't want to use this, and I've seen other people do it and they regret it instantly, so we're going to use that today. But let me know if you have down below so we could see what the deal is with that, because I honestly think it's like gimmicky, like a gimmicky idea, but I don't think it's actually like practical. Going into the powder, it is a really deep shade. I got the one, I believe it's in color 2, and it also does come with a mirror, which is really cute. It kind of smells like baby powder too. Alright, so there's a look at the brows. I think later on I am going to have to go back and kind of deepen them up just a little bit because there's a couple sparse areas. That's the thing with powder products for the brows. They don't really, I don't know, like I feel like there's always that sparse kind of area in the brow. It never gets like filled in all the way. But we'll see how everything looks like once everything's on. But I have a feeling I'm going to have to go back and kind of deepen them up later on. Taking my eyeshadow primer from Beauty Creations. This is in the shade Ballerina Girl. These are really good. I've really been enjoying using this. It is in my My stash, and this shade is so good for an eyeshadow primer. Yeah, I could see like that sparse area. Let me know if you could see it on camera. But yeah, it's like very, like I feel like I didn't put anything there, but I actually did go over it with powder a couple times. I'm just gonna take my Browie Wowie and fill in that outer part of the brow. All right, next for today's eyeshadow palette, we're using the C Color Prestige palette, and this is a dupe for the Modern Renaissance. It does come with a mirror, and it did retail for $3.99 at my local Burlington. There's the color story there. Again, very reminiscent of Modern Renaissance. It looks so cute. I love this color story. I've been kind of not trying to repurchase the Modern Renaissance because it's so expensive for an eyeshadow palette when you can get a dupe that works just as great. So hopefully the formula in this palette is just as good or comparable to their other palettes, but there's just a close-up look at that. I believe you can also find this on their actual website, which I'll just link down below if you want to go look for it. But these shades are stunning. I'm also going to use a couple other products. I'm thinking I'm going to throw some of the prismetal from my My stash in. Might use a little bit of the NYX glitter liner. This one's just the one in silver, and then I might also throw some of this on, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But this is the AOA Studio Eyes on Me Vivid Liquid Liner in the shade Why Not? Why not? Okay. Kind of sweeping that light purple shade all over. These are just a tad powdery. Taking another brush, I'm just going to dip into the two pink shades from the palette and start deepening out this area. Taking one of these shimmer shades just to act as a base for the prismetal. Right now, taking the prismetal shadow in the shade Champagne Whiz. Just gonna take some of that. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw in some of the liquid liner that I was telling you guys about and a little bit of glitter over top, and also I'm gonna throw on some eyelashes. These are the A+ Glam 3D lashes in the style New York. Go ahead and throw in some primer. I'm gonna take the Super Goop Mineral Matte Screen. Also my e.l.f. primer along with the LA Colors primer. For foundation, we have the Amuse Matte Finish Foundation. This is in the shade, I'm not sure what shade this is. It's gonna be down below if I can find it. But I have a feeling this is going to be a little light on my skin. But let's just look at that. And that's how the dispenser looks. Thankfully, I have my other foundation just in case, but let's see. Okay, it has a very light coverage. Wow. Like very light coverage. There's one side with it on, one side without. Like the coverage is fine. Maybe we could build it up. I think the color is pretty good. All right, so there is a close-up look for the people in the back before I take it off. It's just a little too light for me, and I do not like the coverage. I don't know. I'm feeling like either I'm gonna wipe it off or just go over top with my foundation. I feel like the coverage is okay. It's definitely a light to medium coverage foundation. The shade is completely off, so I'm thinking I'm gonna add another foundation over top. But again, there's a look at how that looks in case you were wondering if you wanted to pick it up or whatever. I think the coverage is fine, but the color match is just off. I'm just gonna add some of the Bounce foundation from Beauty Blender. Go ahead and take some concealer, and I'm just taking the e.l.f. along with the City Color concealer. Nobody needs this much concealer, but just feeling a little extra. So this is such a stunning combination of concealers. Like I love how they both just look under eyes. Looks so good. For powder, I'm taking my Beauty Creations pressed foundation in the shade 11.0. You guys know I've been loving this. It just makes your face look so stunning. For bronzer, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Sun Glow Shimmer Bronzer in the shade, I believe this one's in 02. Just gonna take some of that. And this shade does pull a little red on my skin tone, but it still works rather well. Next, I'm taking my Santee cheek, what is this, cheek contour kit. Now, I would just use both of them as a blush, honestly. I don't know what variation this is. There's a look at those two shades, but I wouldn't use this as a bronzer. It's just a little too light for my skin tone. So I'm just gonna mix, well, I'm not gonna mix today, but in the future I am just gonna mix them together. But for today, I'm just gonna use this shade here. Oh, it's rather powdery. Oh, very, very pigmented. You don't need a lot of this product. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it on the other side. But yeah, very pigmented. I'm surprised. Yeah, that shade is stunning. I didn't think it was gonna show up as quickly or as pigmented on my skin tone, but it looks so nice. Going in with my e.l.f. highlighter. This one here is in white gold. I went ahead and threw on some lip liner. I finished the lower lash line and I fixed the brows. I deepened them, and I went ahead and used the LA Colors Auto lip liner in the shade Mauve. Two different colors from the AOA Studio Velvet Lips. I have the shade Luma and the shade Aria. Not sure which one is going to go with this look today. I'm thinking the deeper one. I'm gonna go ahead and take the purpley one. Oh wow, it's a nice color. And lastly, I'm going to take the Jouer lip gloss, and this is just the collaboration with Jeffree Star that I found on my TJ Maxx, and it smells so good. Alright guys, so this is the final look. Let me know down below what was your favorite product from today's video. Now we're going to get into my thoughts. So let's talk about the products that actually blew me away. First off, the Jouer lip gloss. This is so stunning on the lips, but it's no different from my Amuse lip gloss. It looks just like this from the Santee site. So if you're looking for a shade that looks like this, so cute, it has the same kind of lip glossy look on the lips. I mean, they're all lip glosses. This one just smells so good. It has like a vanilla smell. But if you find at your local TJ Maxx, I definitely recommend. But if you don't, you should definitely shop the Muse lip glosses on the Santee site. It's basically the same thing. The packaging and everything looks the same. And this is just really nice. And again, it didn't really disappoint. And also the Santee cheek palette. This one really surprised me. I didn't think it was going to be as pigmented or even show up on my skin, but it blew me away. I thought this was stunning, and I'm definitely going to keep reaching for it. And again, in the near future, I am going to be just mixing those two shades together, but this was really, really nice on the face. Some products that were just okay. The AOA Studio Eyes on Me liner. Now this is really stunning. This is something that would have stood out a little more if I wasn't wearing a bunch of shadow on my lid. As you can see, I did throw it on, but it's barely visible, and it was a little difficult to get the pigments like over top the shadow. I don't know what it was, but I definitely have to try this again without any shadow on my lid. But this was also very fine. Like, it was okay. I feel like the black one is just better for me because I do like colorful looks, but that one was okay. This shade is nice. I just feel like the darker shades in this line seem to be a little patchy on the lips because it's kind of like a thin formula, so you do have to build it up quite a bit on your lips to get the pigmentation that you want. This is a really nice formula. Now I wouldn't really recommend the deeper shades because this formula in particular is like a velvet kind of moussey texture on the lips, so it doesn't really dry down all the way, so it would get everywhere, you know, because it's a deeper shade. But for today's look, it works. Eyebrow powder was okay. I felt like it left a lot of sparse areas on my brows. Not something I'm gonna reach for at all. Don't think I'm gonna use these stamp things. Yeah, I thought this was fine. And then the foundation was just okay. I mean, the coverage you guys saw, it was an okay coverage. It's just something about it, I guess because the color was off, just made me look pale. I'm not really gonna reach for this again, but I am gonna update you guys in future videos again of all of these products, but this one was just like I was really disappointed by the NYX liquid shadow in the silver version. I threw it on over top that liner and it started to kind of crack and stuff. I don't like, as of now, I'm not really feeling this product. We're gonna see in the future when I keep using it, but as for today, it just didn't really impress me. As for the eyeshadow palette, honestly, this one was okay. I mean, the shades were pigmented. I like the look that I created, but to be honest, there was a point where I felt like just removing it because it started to make my eyes feel a little weird. Like I felt like a little bit of burning on my eyes, so be careful with that. If you do ever feel irritation, like it says on the back of the palette, you need to stop usage immediately. But now it feels fine on the lid. I'm just gonna keep it on, but I was feeling a little bit of discomfort in the beginning, so I don't know how I'm feeling about that. I don't know if I just got an old palette, but right now it doesn't really feel horrible on the lid. I think these shades blended nicely and it works so well with that prismetal from JCAT on the lid. I just been wanting something reminiscent of the modern renaissance from ABH, so I don't have to like shop that, and that's just too much money. But I think this was a really nice dupe and the shades blended rather nicely. With that, we made it to the end. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed filming this video today. Everything that I talked about and the names of the prices are going to be down below, as well as any videos that I mentioned throughout this video or videos that I uploaded last week. Don't forget I upload 3 times a week on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, so if you could stick around, that would be amazing. I have my Insta handle displayed on the screen. I post a lot of makeup finds from drugstore to high end, so if that interests you, go ahead and follow me there. And it'd be so amazing if you could like and subscribe. Of course, you don't have to. You're your own person, you make your decisions, but it wouldn't hurt to give the video a like, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.